Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I'm always wishing you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So let's see what's going on with you. Look at you. You was a feather. Three of Ghosts. Ooh, Gemini is a celebration. High Priestess. We have Five of Ghosts. King of Imps and the Devil. Ooh, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Why are you celebrating with all this juicy juice? Jimmy Jim. Jimmy Jim Jim, let me get me some. Alright, you got Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles and Justice. Ooh. Victory is Gemini's. Gemini's in the fashion of what? So you're celebrating officially achieving something. What that achievement is, Three of Cups, is dealing with things come into alignment for you. It's like all I hear is success with books, and I just see like a cupboard. That ain't even a cupboard, girl. Well, it's kind of, you know how you see those things that have the books and it closes? It's a bookcase, but it has doors. That's all I see. Four of Wands, Ace of Ghosts. I mean, that's just natural for Gemini to pick up on things fast, you know, having one, trust in their intuition. And I think Geminis do trust their intuition. I've never met a Gemini that questions what the fuck they thought. Seriously. Even if it didn't make sense and it seemed like out of this world. I mean, who I'm seeing, Kendrick Lamar, he is a Gemini. They don't question it. They know. They live. I mean, that's air signs just in general. But that damn Gemini and Aquarius, they definitely like a hit. See how much I need to. I just thought about it. I ain't talked to my Aquarius yet. I got a friend that's an Aquarius and he get mad as hell. He be like, you ain't messaging. Let me tell you something, young one. Anyways, this is just things coming into alignment for you. It's like you're receiving justice on what? You've been working really hard on something. But what that is, I'm not privy to. The books, this could be dealing in the form of law. I mean, that could be a law library. I mean, I'm getting, it's what's coming to me. It's like what's rightfully yours. So if you were an individual that's dealing with like a divorce or something, because you do have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Ghosts. Maybe your spouse is dealing with that. If you're dealing with teenage churn that just seem to think they know everything, kind of very adventurous, slow moving but not focused, that energy is balancing out. You guys are going to be more grounded, more solid together. High Priestess being here too, like you know, let's clarify the High Priestess. Because it's definitely shadows being lifted. High Priestess, clarify with the Empress. Say, how you doing? Ace of Pentacles. I minute, I just heard I'm free. What is that song? Six of Wands. Look, who is that? Cardi. It's Cardi, but Cardi is Venusian energy because Cardi is a Libra. I don't know what her husband is that she's legally separated from, but you could be an individual that's dealing with that, a separation with someone else. Maybe it's not you that's going through a divorce, but it could be your person. It's like now being able to be free. The influence for your Three of Cups is the High Priestess. So maybe coming from the shadows, now being a public figure, not like a celebrity. I mean, that could be, but I mean, being the main character, you know, your relationship is not a secret anymore. It's not hidden. It's not something you guys are sitting here coding. Look, that's Lotto and 21 Savage in my mind. I don't follow them like that, y'all. I just see like little snips and stuff of them. But it's like having the victory now, obtaining that with your spouse. Because High Priestess is in the influence position. So truth being revealed, trust in one's own intuition. Let's see, passive aggressive. That is the High Priestess. She also represents like your younger sister, or being a sister, one of great wisdom, like old soul. One that people don't take serious, but when you say something, they hear it. You understand what I'm saying? But with that going into, you got the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Six of Wands. It's like the opportunity has now come for you to now be more involved, be more loving, more nurturing, you know, your relationship, because Empress is Venusian energy. So that is love, resources. Now you have the opportunity now to see it now as a victory. So if it was you was leaving a lover for a lover, pat yourself on the back. If you had a lover that needed to, you know, if you was a sideline girl and your mate had somebody, now you gon' look, be careful what you ask for, because we is going to the Five of Ghosts. That's Five of Cups. Now you are the main character. What you don't see though is Five of Cups. Why is there shame? Look at that. Page of Cups was at the bottom. Why I say shame? Five of Cups means a lot of things. It doesn't. It means sadness, regret. Come on now. That's Nine of Swords. We're clarifying this Five of Ghosts. Ten of Wands. Ten of Cups. Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's giving me you leaving one. I'm not going to say it's toxic. It's not a toxic relationship. But actually leaving a relationship, gaining, you know, sometimes people with certain people, I just said this in Taurus. You can be with someone and then, you know, gain the lessons that you need to gain to move on to be for the person that is your forever person. So it's giving hella that kind of energy. It had me stuck with the 2 nights because I'm like, it looked young-hearted, but it's old. That makes a lot of sense. Having been in a relationship that was it was informative. You learned and grew from it, but was kind of like at a standstill. Now it's time for me to go and utilize what I've gained, what I've learned, the confidence that I've built within myself. Because you got Libra energy. So Venus energy is out here twice. And this is dealing in the fashion of love, connectivity. Then you got that devil there too, though. You know what I say? Be careful what you ask for. 2 tens is a good thing. Things come into, you know, full circle. You are in love. You're no longer carrying the burdens, the regret, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know, that was heavy on your heart. Well, what happened if I leave? What would happen if I stay? That's what is given. But now having that energy and actually feeling alive with the person that you're with, you don't need to feel bad about that. People always hurt. You know, what'd she say? Damn it, what did she say? It's a sub. Oh, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Life never tells us the wins are wise. But when you got friends, who is that? Oh, shoot. That's Whitney Houston. Shoot. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes things don't pan out the way that you wanted to pan out. You did the best that you could in the relationship. It's easier said than done because people can twist things. Oh, you was a narcissist. Oh, you was emotionally immature. And blah, blah, blah. Let them say what they want to say. They're going to say it anyway. But how do you want to go to bed at night? All right. So like, oh, sorry, I had a good time while I was with you, but it sucks. Your advice is King of Imps. Know that you're the person that is in control of this. I'm clarifying your devil. I'm anxious. When the devil comes, he wants to play. Or sabotage. We don't see. Clarify the devil. Hold on. I'm going to address your advice. Give me a second. I be talking like people be rushing me. Girl, I am recording this. It's just me and you. That's because I be so like, I noticed that I really embrace fiery energy when I be reading. Queen of Pentacles. Just me and you. Just us two. Ace of Swords. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Especially with, coming from the King of Imps. Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Look, you started with Three of Cups. Three of Ghosts. Ghost of Cups here. Three of Cups, and you ended with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Ace of Cups. Baby, it's your time. How you doing? Okay? Like, oh, people are going to look at me this way. And they're going to look at me. Look, you could be the nicest person in the world. All right? If you ain't never read the Holy Bible, I know you done heard about Jesus. Ain't do nothing. Living your truth. Fulfilling your life's purpose. And people still gonna shit on you. I saw that in the camera, but I don't see it here. Anyways, you know, people are still gonna talk about you. They're gonna talk about you whether you're doing good. They're gonna talk about you whether you're doing bad. You know, I like to tell my churn, Vincent Van Gogh. I know I'm forgetting one of his names because he actually got 4 names. But anyways, Vincent Van Gogh, he's the creator of Starry Night. In his town, he got kicked out of schools multiple times. He couldn't keep a job. Society just saw him as a failure. Making the long story short, they exit him out like he was exiled. The man couldn't get a woman for shit because nobody wanted their daughter to marry him. I mean, he paid for hookers and fell in love with a hooker and he caught chlamydia. He took a woman, he fell in love with a hooker, a night lady, and took her and her baby in, and he ended up getting chlamydia. Like this man, when you read, look him up. You read his story, fucked up. It's like, damn, get a nigga a hug. Nobody want to hug him. Nobody wanted to deal with him. Only one that fucked with him was his brother. His parents dealt with them too. Him and his father didn't have the greatest relationship. You know, it's actually in there. What was that? I think that's Proverbs. Proverbs 19, Proverbs 18. One of them where it talks about in it, when you have a child that basically is like, lacking discipline, because he was emotionally erratic too. Van Gogh. A lot of people just call him Van Gogh. His name Vincent Van Gogh. But he known for his Latin Van Gogh. You Dutch, I think. Anyways. Yeah. So, I mean, the man, yeah, he mentally, he wasn't right. He couldn't get money off of his art like he should have. People didn't support him. He was blacklisted. For real. Look it up. He's the creator of Starry Night. You know, when you watch Nightmare Before Christmas, when he's standing there in the peak, that was inspired off of Starry Night. Ain't that about a bitch? He dead, and the same people that exiled him and XYZ, that's when people started recognizing him for his art. He grew up in the church. Look, this man, look how I get on Van Gogh. I love him though. He goes to the church to be a preacher, right? And because he decided to sleep on the floor of straw, hay, straw, and wouldn't conform to sleeping in the bed, he just wanted to be, he was doing it his way. They didn't have to watch how he slept. It's in his room. But they felt because he challenged their views and didn't go by like what they priesthood was. It didn't say he blasphemed the Bible or anything. He wouldn't conform to the worldly expectations that they had of him. They kicked him out of priesthood. Like, this man kept getting kicked out. A woman fell in love with him. She was so in love with him. She wanted to be with him. Her father did not approve. She goes to visit Vincent and fucking tries to commit suicide. She took a bunch of pills. Because if she couldn't have him, she just wanted to die. She loved him that much. Went into a hospital. Father denied him access of visiting her. And as soon as she got better, shipped her ass off. Because he didn't want to be with Van Gogh. They say when a man find a good woman of prudence, that ain't from the world. That's a gift from God. That's why all blessings are open up and stuff for you when you find a good woman. Seriously. Who knows? That woman could have healed him and his mental, trying to figure out his way. Anyways, them same people that casted him out are the same motherfuckers that bought his fucking art and publicized it. Them the same people making money off of his wounds. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy, ain't it? Just like Jesus. How I get on this for you? Oh, because you got this relationship and you feeling bad about it. Don't feel bad. People gonna talk about you regardless. They just is. I got my neighbors. They talk about me. I don't give a fuck. I still beat to my own drum. I do what I want, when I want, how I want it. You don't like it. That's your problem. That's a day problem. Stop caring about what other people think. That's their problem. That's them. That's not you. That's them. See it as flattering. For real. It's flattering. It is. It's like, oh, bitch, you paying attention to me like that? I know. I look good. Mm-hmm. You hide your man because your titties ain't like this. I understand why he looking. That's petty as hell, but there is one that's like that. It's weird. But a lot of people don't know that. I wish I was part of the itty bitty titty committee. I really do. I have had breasts since I was in 3rd grade. It is not a joke. I could not play sports because I didn't like my breasts. I mean, I still played, kind of, but they kept getting big. I hated it. I wanted to literally cut my boobs off. And I'm grown now. And even when I had kids, I used to be like, man, I wish I could be like the girls with the little chi-chis and they get bigger and they breastfeed their kids, My titties all big. My fucking baby about to suffocate because my titties so big. All on his face. Like, for real. But people would think, I'm like slutty or something like that, Because some of my stuff be showing my titties. I like my titties now. I look voluptuous. I love these big ass boobs. I feed my kids with these. They pillows. Now, but people don't know that. So let people talk. They're going to make up whatever they want to make in their mind. Let them. You can't stop it anyways. Let them. I had one of mine, and they were trying to tell me, like demanding me to be at her house on certain days. But I know you fucking lying. And then when you don't conform to people, how they identify as the norm, they judge you. Now you an outcast. Because you don't have a herd mentality. And oh my God, do not allow people to see that you are not bothered, that they bothered. That make them matter. It's like, yo, I just decided, you go that way, I go this way. There's nothing bad about it. No, some people just messy. My husband told me some people get off killing your light. So who knows? I don't know if this was, conniving or what it is, what this union is. But let me tell you something. Never feel bad. You got real love. Embrace it. Even if it don't turn out to be great in the end, yours look like it's turning out to be great. But even if it didn't, enjoy while you got it. Who was it? Sinatra? That basically said, if you've never been loved, then you're worth nothing or something like that in life. I saw that just recently. They say it's better to have loved than not to have loved at all. But people who've had their heart broken will tell you different. You bounce back. Learn. All right. Did I even touch on the devil? Oh, yeah. I didn't touch on the devil. King of Imps. Let me tell you something. With the King of Imps being in your suggestion, your advice column, King of Imps is just saying stay in control. Nobody could take your power unless you give it away. Nobody could take your seat unless you give it away. You are in control of the situation. Stay positive. Stay focused. Just keep doing you. Do not allow, when you allow outside people into your life and, mess with how you see things and how you go about things, you lose. Seriously, you lost. The goal was to get you off a course and they successfully did that. You lost. Don't do that. Not in this relationship. Also, your person is really attracted to you. You're attracted to them and they're attracted to you. That intimacy is off the charts. Who is King of Imps? Aries. I'm not saying you're dealing with an Aries. I'm saying that it's a very fiery, passionate relationship. Keeping it that way may be something different. I mean, I can always do a relationship reading before you get at me. And I'll tell you, because I'm good at relationship readings. I really am. Anywho, the devil. That's what I was looking for, because that's the outcome. The devil. I could tell you just off face value, looking at the devil, that all your material needs is going to be met. It's everything that you desire. But let me tell you something. You know how people love to party too much, and you get burnt out. That can happen here too. Indulge too much in the things that you want and obtaining all that you want. You'll constantly be looking for the next thing. You'll never be happy. So really take the time to appreciate what you have and stay focused in that energy, because where you at is what you used to pray for. That is for real. Like, listen to that. Now, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Let me tell you something. You in boss energy. We got a king out here. We got a queen out here. Fire and earth, they blend very well. The problem here, why I say it's a problem, is really not, well, don't let outsiders in it. The thing to pay attention to here is that Ace of Swords. You gain knowledge by overcoming challenges. Okay? When you're learning new things and you're communicating with other people, you're learning. Some things are great, some things aren't. But what you need to understand is how you should protect and guard what you already have. All right? Because when you have a sword there, I love how they depicted the sword here with the roses on top. People are going to be attracted to you. Like I said, I mean, they can't pass judgment on you if they don't try to engage with you type thing. Look at you, cross paths with you. They might have things to say about what's going on. Really, you're going to really be fighting for this connection, like to sustain it, or fighting motherfuckers off. Just don't let them take you to that level. Do not allow them to activate that fierceness. Because, Cardinals, they protect. Capricorn, Cardinal energy. They protect. It's so funny because I see Capricorn is just the devil. When people like, oh, it's a goat. Bitch, what the fuck is a goat? And I have to remember, oh yeah, he is depicted as a goat. But a lot of people don't touch on how he's depicted partly as a goat and the other part is like a fin. But we're not going to go there. Well, we are going to stay here. This is where you're at. Okay? Always be mindful of what you say and how you say it. Stay in control of your situation. The Queen of Pentacles just is. She put in that work to get where she at, and she continues to put that work in. She's also comfortable though. Remember who you are. Stay within your elements. Do not allow people to take you out of your body. There was another sign I just said that for. But always remember, this is the focal point. Your family, your life, your stability. Your beginning and your ending. That is what's important. That's where victory lies, when you stay focused at the frontal lobe. You got Two of Wands here. We ain't no goddamn Two of Wands. Look at me. Lord forgive me. Okay. It was it was Three of Cups. That was under, I just put them on the same one. Anyways. Oh, you got the Queen of Bats, which is the Queen of Swords. Who is that? That's actually your energy. Queen of Swords is you. Ooh. Anyways, it's air energy too. So that's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Look, you keep your love alive when you stay focused on what actually is the prize. Keeping it at the focal point. Always. Always and forever. Like, for real. When you focus on that and stay in that energy, watch this janky ass bitch though. So what it says is you might have people that's celebrating for you, but people that may be talking about you too. I always look at it that way. I remember the day, I actually was on camera the day when I noticed that she was looking. I never noticed that before. And I spent a lot of time on my cards. For some reason, I didn't notice this bitch was hot on. Anywho, Ace of Cups, keeping the love, the puppy love, solidifying that. Some, when we look at it, put them together. You are looking at the Four of Cups. Stay solid and grounded. And I mean, keep it so solid and grounded that somebody say something, it doesn't even penetrate your aura. It just rolls off. Because that's what I was thinking about when I was shuffling for you. When I had went to this restaurant in Sturtevant, and I had said to the guy, this Chinese restaurant in Sturtevant was constantly, you like cycling, like turning over hands of ownership, right? And I had made this comment, and I was like, oh, you guys are under ownership again. But I recognized the people because I was going to Panda a lot. And the man was like, oh, yeah. I said, you know what? I understand it's kind of hard, because people are stuck in their ways, their routines here. You got to branch out. I remember that was the first time I noticed how somebody can block you out. Did he intentionally do it? Never know, because I didn't bring it up. But I felt it. I felt that chill, and I felt that my words never penetrated him. Like I wasn't trying to curse him, but he wasn't trying to hear that. He wasn't heeding my advice or none of that. Okay? So be that type. Be that solid in your relationship. Don't be blind, but stand 10 toes in it. And don't tell people, when y'all having a problem either. Even if it's somebody that's rooting for you, just don't. I learned that too. Like, even some stuff I don't even discuss. To be truthful with you, I just thought about, I don't even talk about quarrels in my marriage with my sisters. I just don't. I just keep it between me and God. Like, dear God, I almost sent him to you today. Like, seriously. He tried me today. Gonna make a comment about my cheese selection at Whitman's. Who the fuck making the quesadillas? Forgive me, Lord. I didn't mean to cuss at you. But still, I'm being so serious. I just leave it that way. I don't tell nobody how I feel or anything anymore. Someone be like, damn, you harboring stuff. Nah, I real life just talk to God every day. I be saying, I share some stuff on here and stuff like that. Other than that, and I share experiences. But other than that, Another beautiful way to nurture your love. This sounds funny, but this does work. Sit down and intuitively, in your, in silence. The sky, the tree, and the birds. I know that you're like, she just told me the sky, the tree, and the birds. Okay. What I mean is sit there and just think about your love. I'm being dead ass with you. Even if you're mad at your spouse, or even if, oh, I feel like I'm losing them. Our flame isn't as ignited as it used to be. Sit down outside Be still. And just think about that. Always think about that. There was also this divorce lawyer that I watched like a couple weeks ago. I can't even remember his name. He was good though. But he was talking about how um for marriages, because he still believes in love. He's actually a divorcee himself. But he was saying how if people would pick up their wedding album and actually look at it, you know, and remember that, because now they're at each other's teeth. It's war. Everybody's trying to, you know, they're kind of like vultures towards one another. But if you paused and actually thought about it, you know, looked over your album and stuff, people be thinking like it's naive or self-absorbed or conceited to like have pictures, but you need to have pictures on your wall to represent emotions for you, or even have your photo albums by you. That's important, because sometimes we'll look at, you know, it could be the little thing, and little things just pile up, pile up. Like, I'm gonna share this. So one of the things that the man said was there was this one couple, and the woman realized, like, she knew it was over when her man stopped filling her granola. And it was so little, but he never let it run out. And then so the lawyer asked her, well, what is something that you did for him that made him feel good, that was equivalent to, you know, the feeling that he gave you by making sure your granola never ran out? Like, she went the extra mile, as in even taking the container out and putting it on the counter so he can see that it was empty, and he'll go to the store and refill it for her. It was something really small, but it meant a lot. And when he stopped doing that, that's when she realized the marriage was over. So he asked her, what's something that you used to do for him that was equivalent to that? And she was like, blowjobs. And he was like, what? She was like, yeah, she used to do them all the time. She enjoyed doing them. So he asked her, you know, well, which one came first? She couldn't even recall when she stopped blowing a man off. And neither one of them talked about it. Like, it'd be little shit that messes relationships up. A lot of people be thinking it'd be like other stuff. Yeah, some relationships end over finances, but it'd be little stuff. It'd be the little things that made them feel seen. I don't think that's your case. I don't know why I shared that, but I did. All right, it is what it is, and you know my black ass ain't editing. Okay, we just done with that. I know Kava was like, damn, this girl just paying for this and shit. You right. It stressed me the fuck out. I'm just coming on here authentic. I ain't got time for it. All right, I learned how to put little pictures on. But yeah, so when I say that, I was thinking about the Ace of Cups for you. To keep it alive, to keep that celebratory energy, always remember that. Remember the little things, because it's the little things that ruin relationships. People be thinking it's something big. No, it'd be small. It'd be the little shit. You know, they might not even say it like, yo, my little Pope Pete ain't good for you no more. Like, who knows? He probably thought that she was cheating and never addressed it, because, you know, she loved the Lottie Pop. She'd do it twice a day sometimes. And then she just stopped doing it. And she doesn't remember when she stopped doing it. So really, in that situation, who ended the relationship? Hearts are always broken when there are words unspoken. All right, that is what I got for you, Jimmy Jim. I appreciate your time and attention. Understand that we can't always control the things that happen in our world or presented to our world, but we can control what we allow. So do well to always utilize your best judgment, set boundaries, and enforce them. They're not for you. I mean, for them, they're for you. And also move with integrity. As long as you do that and you 6 feet above the dirt, everything's always sweet. It may not always look sweet, but it is sweet, because things are always working for you. And you have the control to bring anything that you desire, anything that you feel you should have, and you ain't got it yet. The fact that it's still burning, simmering within you, means you still have the opportunity to bring that. You understand? All right. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.